Alright guys, where are all my anime fans at? Today, we're going to be doing Goku from Dragon Ball Z. So as always, you're going to need your pencil, paper, and a black line marker, and then we'll be using the color blue and orange. But I'm sure you guys already knew that. Here we go. Time for art class. Alright guys, how's it going? I'm so excited to be drawing Goku with you today. We're going to start with our pencil and creating his head shape. Now we're going to be drawing mostly Goku's head and a little bit of his upper body. So we're going to use a circle to create the main portion of his head. We're going to put it in the middle of our paper. We're going to make it a pretty decent size. Today we're going to be drawing an anime character. So our head proportions are going to be different than if I've ever taught you or showed you a normal head proportion drawing. Usually in a normal head proportion drawing, we start from this circle and we create our sides going straight down, which create the sides of our cheeks, and then it goes into our chin. Today, we're going to kind of do that same thing, but we're really going to keep the roundness of the top of our head, and instead of going straight down at the sides, we're going to start at the top of our sides here, angling in. So we're going to angle in even on our circle. This is going to create the angular face that Goku has. So it's round at the top and angled at the side. We're going to bring it down a little bit past that end circle, or the bottom of our circle, I should say. And then we're going to create a chin line. The chin line is going to be down the bottom of our face, and we're going to leave enough room so that we can angle and point our chin to that middle line. It should be about as middle as we can be. If I were to make a line straight down, should be right about center. All of our lines right now are really sketchy so that we can erase and move them around as need be. It's our first time trying an anime character, so we might move things around a little bit. Might be practicing this for the first time, so it's okay if we erase some things. As we go on, we're going to move those two sides of the face into the chin. So now this kind of gives us this basic setup core of our face. We have our chin. We're going to use the bottom of our circle to be our nose area. So I'm going to put a little line right here to remember that's where my nose is going to fall. My mouth will be directly under that, and I have my eyes and our cool anime hair up top. We're going to go to the nose first. Where I put that line down there, I'm going to create a line above it to kind of make this nose shape seem sort of like a half triangle. Okay? After I have that half triangle, before I've talked to you guys about making sure that your mouth is as wide as a certain point in your eyes, but on Goku, in this particular pose or the way his mouth is shaped, his mouth is only going to go across about as far as his nose does. So it's only going to be about as big as his nose is. And if you can imagine this is a triangle on both sides, as far out as it goes on this side, that's how far out his mouth will go on the other side. I'm going to put small curve down on the ends of his lips. Not a frown necessarily, but he's definitely not happy. I'm going to put a small line under that to give a bottom to his lip. And now a lot of our bottom of our face is done. If I go back up to that circle shape we made earlier, about halfway through I'm going to make a guideline. This is going to be where my eyes are going to fall. Okay? Goku has a very stern face, and because of that, his brow is going to be V. So above that eye line, I'm going to start making his eyebrows, and they're going to be a V shape going across. Now, Goku's going to have some pretty thick eyebrows, so I'm going to start at the ends of each, go down on the outside ends, and I'm going to go down on the inside end and trace across to make them thicker. It's not going to just be a line, we're actually going to make a shape in order to make our eyebrows. Now from that shape, I'm going to pull down his eyes. So with a little bit of room left on the side, I'll make a line. And then from the inside of his line, I'm going to make a line down. And then I'm going to go straight across from one side to the other. Let's try that again on the other side. Under his eyebrow a little bit in, I'm going to go straight down. On the inside, I'm a little bit in, I'm going to go straight down. And I'm going to go straight across. Awesome. So now we have his face shape. And I noticed there needs a little bit more room on that side. We want a little bit of room between his eye and the side of his face. So that's why I'm modifying that, if you're wondering. This side was A-okay. I can see there's a little bit of room. I don't need this line anymore that goes across under my nose for my circle. So I'm going to erase it to leave parts that I do need. Now I'm going to think about his ears. His ear is going to start up a little bit above his eyebrow. It's going to come out and curve with his head down to under his eye. Now his ears are going to seem really big until we put hair on. But we're going to want those ears to know where his hair is going to go. They're going to help us. They're going to be landmarks that we can go to and point to figure out where we're supposed to go. So once we have those huge looking ears, it seems like, on, we're going to make his neck. Goku is a very strong character, and to show his strength, when we create his neck, we're going to bring it straight down from the sides of his face. This is going to make it look bigger and make him look more muscular. Okay? Trying to make sure I can get it about as even as I can on both sides. Also noticing I need to even my ears up a little bit. I'll line up one with the other. Awesome. So I have my neck, I have my ears. I'm going to bring out my deltoids, which are a neck muscle. They curve downward. Okay. Now, I'm going to make a loop across from one side of that neck to the other. Sometimes I can go all the way across, but if I don't feel comfortable, I can always meet in the middle. So I can bring one side across in the middle one way, and I can bring the other side to the middle the other way. Easier way to go about it if you like. Now inside of this area right here, we're going to make some muscle lines. We're going to create his neck, which is going to be start under his head and come down to make a V. It won't go all the way to the bottom. This room right here, we're going to create his chest, so we're just going to make a V straight under the head. Now, in the middle here, we're going to make our chest area. So I'm going to make a line that goes up to that neck, and then I'm going to come out from that both ways to create his chest. Awesome. So let's go up now, and let's add our hair. When we think about our ears right here, I want you to go under the ear. I want you to make a line going outwards on both sides. It should go out past the end of the ear on both sides. This will be the bottom of his hair. And these are actually going to come up close to the ear, making a point. You guys can come up making a triangle, sort of making a point. You're going to go, you went in, now we're going to go back out. We're going to make another point on both sides. This one's going to be a little bit farther out. And then we're going to come back in to the top of the ear. Now, what I want you to do is we're going to make kind of a halo over the head. It's going to go up and create sort of a big, thick shape over the top of our head. Okay? This is going to let us know where the top of our main hair lies, but we're going to build some spikes out of this as well. Of course, and some over his face. So, on this side, we're going to add one more spike. We'll go into here, we'll go out. It's going to go out a little bit farther than this one. You notice they get farther every time they go out, and come back in. And we're going to leave this side loopy until about halfway through. Then, the halfway mark, I am going to create another spike. This one is going to go up off the top of the head, pretty high, and then come back down. Next to that, there will be another spike. So where this side is flat, this side will have two bigger spikes. And then another one that's kind of close to the size of this one, coming to this side. And it will go all the way back till it touches that last one. So now we have this cool outer shape. Does your hair have to look exactly like this? No. We know that as these fighters evolve and they go Super Saiyan and stuff like that, their hair does a lot of different things. So we want to have something close to this to start, but I always love seeing how you guys vary your pictures and how you guys use your imagination. This is a good start for us. Now he's going to have some points too over his top of his forehead here, making almost like bangs. So if I start over by my ear in the corner, I'm going to come up across a little bit like I'm following this hairline, and then I'm going to bring another triangle down across his forehead. Now I'll bring it back up to the hairline. I'm going to go down again, and this one's going to touch his eyebrow. And it's going to go back up to the hairline. And then come back one down, time again, and round into his ear. So now that I have that done, and I have all of his spikes, I can erase some of these lines that I won't need. Like over here, my guideline. These lines that showed our hairline before we add our bangs. Now we have one simple shape. Let's go ahead and create his eyes. We're going to have a half circle touching the top of his eyebrow. They're going to both be kind of inside of the eye. It looks very focused and determined. Awesome. Now, I'm going to finish out his arm area here by going up a little bit out above his shoulders. We're going to come out across on each side. We're going to go down. This gives the outside, the orange part of the E. But there's going to be another line on the inside too. Just like how we created this line around here that cut the body from his clothes, we're going to make another one. We'll actually go down a little bit on both sides first. and then we'll go across. It's going to give the blue outline under his shirt. And we'll put some lines. Show where his arms are going to fall. So now we can add little details like wrinkles in some of his shirts. I'm going to put a couple lines under his eyes to make them look a little bit more focused, and a few lines on the inside of his ears. Alright, looking pretty good so far, but let's ink it now. Really start seeing our character come together. When we ink, we're tracing your outside lines, but we're adding a little bit more character. So I'm going to trace these outside lines. I'm really going to have fun as I get into my spikes on my hair here. Really just going to let them flow. Really enjoy making these outer shapes. Awesome. Now, his eyebrows can be colored in completely black. And so can the middle of his eye, which is going to make them stand out and be way more dynamic. Eyes too. His ears, lines under his eyes, nose, mouth, side. Taking my time so I can get them the way I would like them to be. Feeding lines into lines. Thinking of how I drew it originally, sometimes, and kind of drawing it over the same way. I'm going to add some more wrinkles in my clothing. This is clothing, so I'm not going to be as straight across when I go. I'm going to make them kind of wiggly, add more motion to it. That gives it more life. Awesome! Now, he's got black hair, and usually I like to color in with a colored pencil, and I will, but I am going to make his hair as black as my marker, or use the black as my marker, I should say, to make his hair. That way it's very dark and very dynamic. Just like a real anime artist does. I'm already loving it, guys. Lines were already traced and outlined, so it's just kind of staying inside of my own lines, filling in the big spaces and the small spaces. Here we go, here we go. Only a couple more points left. I get so excited sometimes when I get close to the end, finishing a drawing and beginning to start to see it coming together. It's so fun. Can't wait to see the cool stuff you guys add to the background. The cool ways you guys are going to color, figure out what your character's going to look like. Awesome. Got little few spots. Now, I am going to add some blue to his inner shirt. the line I didn't color in. And last but not least, I'm going to use some orange for this outer part. I've got an orange marker. I'm just going to trace it first. Trace all my fun little lines. I like a little bit of white because it kind of gives a reflective surface. So I'm going to leave a little bit of my white on there. Make it pop out a little bit more. Pretty cool, right? Now, if you have a skin tone or anything like that, you of course can add that. You can always make your characters any skin tone you want, or add any other details that you would want. This is a great picture to make a cool background for. But for me, I am going to sign it, because we always sign our work when we're finished. Awesome! There you have it, guys. Alright guys, all done. I really had a great time drawing this, and I hope you did too. Let me know in the comments any other Dragon Ball Z characters you might want me to draw. I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day. You add an awesome background, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. See you tomorrow for art class. Bye-bye.